The output from our SQL select might look a bit better, but the company column is not a lot of use if you don't know the ID numbers of the companies. It'd be a lot more useful if it displayed company name rather than ID, but the company name is in a different table, T company, and our select statement is on the table T person, which only contains the company ID. We can overcome this by using a join clause in the SQL statement, which joins the two tables so that company name is also accessible from the PHP code. The SQL statement becomes exactly the same as before. Select a list of field names from table T person, but with this join T company on T person clause at the end. Don't worry for the time being about left outer join and the equivalence part of the join statement. We'll come to that later. Before we can illustrate the notion of join, we need to make sure we're singing from the same hymn sheet. Much could have happened to the database between now and when we first inserted some company and person records. So we'll quickly initialize both tables in our Alpha CRM database so we can be sure that the join demonstration will work. In htdocs, right-click and create a new directory and rename that directory Initialize. Be sure to get the spelling correct because we'll be using this spelling in future PHP scripts. Now on a fresh code pane, open up the project Alpha CRM, initialize script folder, paste the data file people and save this in the initialize folder as CSV uppercase P for person, CSV person. No PHP, just CSV person, and you need to be sure that you get that correct because we will use that in the PHP code. Similarly, in a new code pane, open the data file companies and save this as CSV company with an uppercase C in the initialize folder. Now in a new code pane, paste the script initialize T company, copy the name tcompany initialize.php and save it again in the initialize folder. In a new PHP script, paste initialize tperson, copy the name and save the file again in initialize. In your browser, open up the localhost top level menu in a new tab. After localhost, type initialize to find the 4 files that we've just saved. Run the script tcompany initialize and it should report that the insert statement was successful. What we have done is we have inserted 8 new rows into the tcompany table. Similarly, run tperson initialize and again it should report that you were successful in pasting 15 new rows into the tperson table. We can close that. We can check that this has all happened in PHP MyAdmin by opening the tcompany table and finding the 8 rows that we've just pasted, and the tperson table and finding 15 rows that we've just pasted. All our databases should be the same now, so we can proceed with the lessons.